How you doing, folks? This is Tony with Getting Back to the Basics. So it's been just almost a week since I posted the last video, and the last video was talking about the deck and the deck that I got and built, and showing my chickens how they like to go ahead and take a dust bath in the sawdust. But that being said, um, so I've been working out here in the backyard all day long, and I've been trying to get a smaller little chicken coop that we originally had our chickens in, and trying to get ready for some baby chicks that we're going to be getting here, I believe, at the end of March, and we're getting some Americanas. Now, if you're not familiar with Americanas, and I might be even saying it wrong too, but the Americanas, those are the chickens that lay the multicolored eggs. I believe they lay the blue and green and blue eggs. So we're getting 8 of those. I'm kind of excited about it because it's going to be a new thing for me. I mean, chickens we're getting now, like I said, we're getting about 8 eggs a day. And with the 8 that we get, hopefully they're all hens, when they lay good eggs. We will be getting probably a dozen and a half a day, so give or take, if I'm getting 8 out of my other chickens right now, I get 8 out of these. So, that's 16 eggs a day. So that's right about a dozen and a half. Pretty close to it, which I'll be completely happy with that. So, I don't know if I had showed you before, but that was a big stack of scrap wood from the sweet gum tree that I had cut down and everything that I milled. So right now, I'm going to say about 95% of that tree is going to be used for something, and part of it was a good portion of it was a deck. Um, the next biggest section will be firewood, and the third was part of the small coop for the Americanas, our baby chicks that we're getting soon. So what I had to do was these, the baby chicks, they need to stay 100% dry and they have to stay warm. So I had to take the smaller coop, which was 4 foot by 4 foot, yeah, 4 foot 6, and get that, excuse me, get that ready for them. So, and what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go back here and we're gonna show you what I had been working on. And for about the last 3 days, I was out here working till dark every night. I mean, right up, right up till dark. So this is this is going to be the coop here that we're going to have our baby chicks in. So if you see here, repurposed this old chicken coop that we have. I still have a couple of things that I need to do, but for the most part, this is all good to go. And ignore my mess back here because right now my mess is out of sight, out of mind. So what I have is I got some holes right here for ventilation, and all these boards right here you see, they are pickets for a privacy fence. So now, until I can get the privacy fence done, these pickets are relatively cheap. I think they're on like $2, $3 for a 6 foot board. So I went ahead and used them up, and I did a lap style siding on it. And of course, this one just it's not lapping, but I had to get it to cover it up, and I'll probably put another one right here to kind of make it look a little bit better. And come right here to the front here. So here's a door, but also part of that sweet gum tree was part of the roofing on the inside, but I'll show you that in a minute. So here's a door, and the way I have this set up, like I said, I pretty much repurposed everything that I could use on this old chicken coop. And the way I have it set up, they got these latches, so just in case something happens, they stay latched. So here's the inside of the coop right now. So you can tell this is a good, decent size. There's our hardware cloth with screen. So that is double screen. So there's screen there's two boards right there. So there's screen between the one board, there's screen, and then you have the hardware cloth. And all I did was I just took a strap I had and rigged it up to where it's got, it's going to, hold this door up. I still have to try and figure out how I'm going to do the plug in here. But this is the pipe that the heat lamp is going to attach to. Now, if you look right up here, all of this is all sweet gum boards. Now, I went ahead and I was able to make it work, and it worked out perfect. And it's I don't even see any of the roofing nails come through. And all those boards back there, that's all poplar. That was from another tree that I had got a while back. So, but for the most part, these baby chicks will be staying dry and they'll stay warm. And I'm probably going to head and just probably drill a hole right in here, drop that, or probably right up here, just push that cord down through, come out here and hit my timer, because right now I got my timer and it's on. I got it set for dusk to dawn. So let's go ahead and close this up. And like I said, it's I'm excited. Have to excuse the mess of my yard. It is a mess, but I've been busy trying to get stuff done. Let's go inside the chicken coop, see what we got in here. So this does need to get cleaned out. But again, this coop I built completely from scratch. Right now, they don't need the heat lamp, but here in the next day or two, it's going to be cold. So we're going to go ahead and get those plugged back in. We'll get the other one plugged back in. I'll take this bulb out, because this bulb in here, it's an LED light. So the reason why I'm having the light on at night, this is how I'm getting my egg production. So, and 2 days worth of eggs, and I'm sorry, this is 3 days worth of eggs. Right now, they're not producing the way they should. And we got a Wyandotte who decides to lay that egg down there where the duck lays her eggs. So right now, we got 3 duck eggs, and we have a bunch of duck eggs inside of the refrigerator. And I want you to take notice that this is a duck egg, and these are our chicken eggs. Let me get this stood up there so you can find a better one. So you have a perspective. Now, we changed their food. So the food they're getting, it's not crumbles, it's pellets. And these eggs are almost the size of these duck eggs. Before, the duck eggs were, the chicken eggs, that was the kind of comparison we were getting. So now the food that we are giving them, it's 22% protein, which I think is increasing the size of our eggs. So let's go ahead and see what we've got, because chickens lay 1 egg a day, and the same thing with ducks. So we're going to go ahead and count and get an idea. So we got 3, 6, 9, 10. Got some over here, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So we got 18 eggs total for 3 days. So figured out, it worked out to about 6 eggs a day, roughly. And I mean, chickens are messy birds, and this is the container we keep their food in. And got a pan right here, so when it's cold, we go ahead and do a mixture of move out of the way so you can see it, a mixture of oatmeal, banana, and they just absolutely love it. And these are some 5-pound containers, and what that does, when it's cold or it's been raining out, and if it's going to be cold for a couple days in a row, I'll go ahead and get this thing filled up. And we have a hanging water container. I'm not filling it up right now. That's 5 gallons. But here the next day or two, I will have it filled up, and they'll have water in here, and they will stay warm. And you can see that they sure do like to make a mess. But for the most part, this is giving us our eggs, and it's working out. So, I mean, we don't have to buy eggs. Get this door latched here. And I'll show you that stack of firewood. Now, this was the one section that had all of those scrap pieces of wood from the sweet gum tree. Getting it all cut up to about 10 inches piece, 10 inches long. And this right here, this is probably, I'm going to say a good day and a half, maybe 2 days worth of firewood. It all depends. And then I got some more over here on the side that I can't do anything with. It's not thick enough, so I just went ahead and cut it up. And that's that. So, but that being said, you know, I've been able to save, you know, a good, you know, a good chunk of change, you know, not having to go buy all the lumber. You know, it's that's a great thing when you can make your own lumber. 2x4s, 2x6s, 2x10s, 4x4s, 6x6s, whatever you need to make. I can do it with my chainsaws. I got some more trees that I'm working on need to get down. I have another sweet gum and a pine tree I need to get down. But the reason why I need to get them down is the limbs hang over where my garden's at, so I need to get them down so we don't have a potential chance of limbs dropping down and landing on the garden or in the garden and destroying anything, because we're doing things a little different. We're going to have some raised beds, but for the most part, everything's just going to be, you know, in the ground. But eventually, all of our garden will be in beds. And hey, Paige, and we're going to have it set. I'm going to have it set up to where we can yield more crop out of what we're doing with these beds. But that being said, that's going to be another video, and we will get in the process of that when the time comes. So anyway, but again, folks, if you like what you see, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button. I'm tired. Like I said, I'm out here till about dark every night. But hit the like and subscribe button, and hit the little bell where it's at the top right or top left. I'm not sure where it's at. But hit that so you're notified whenever I upload a new video, and go from there. So anyway, take care, folks, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.